shared a little bit about this new rise in Chinese makers too, because but I feel like not just you think this, but there's a common sentiment amongst chefs too, that there's this lack of soul, maybe. There's a lack of care in the production of, even though they might be cheaper, maybe they can achieve the same hardness, maybe the design they're mimicking a little bit from Japan, but from what I'm hearing you say, it's not the same. They're not the same, Chinese and Japanese makers, not quite yet.
I think machine-made knives and handcrafted knives is very different. Even look like the same and the same exactly same shape, but when you see it, you can feel it. It's alive. It has a soul in it. So I'm not really targeting the big market or anything. I just want to introduce my home country's tradition, because this is a dying craftsmanship. If there's no market, they cannot survive, continue crafting these traditional knives, and the next generation don't want to do it. And it's not about money for them, for the next generation sons, how they can decide, oh, I want to carry on father's or grandfather's traditional knife crafting skills. It's of course pride. If they see all the overseas customers adore and appreciate the beauty of the handcrafted knives and enjoy using it, and makes American or overseas chefs' work will be better, or this knife can help their everyday life more enjoyable at the work. That is the motivation for them. So that's why it is very important to bring the chef to Japan, show the knife crafting, because not only chefs are very touched, but also the craftsmen are very happy seeing the chefs come from overseas. This is something really unbelievable experience for them. So introducing the real American chefs to them in person is really the best way. But the second best is through the words and the pictures and the videos. And so,
well, I think what's missing potentially from American makers or Chinese makers or wherever you want to say that, I think is so interesting and long-lasting about Japan, is that you have this culture of masters that cook, masters that make knives, masters that sharpen knives, masters that make handles for knives. Like there's just these specialties across the board, and you guys continuing to highlight that is that's how it continues generation after generation after generation.
Yes. Japan is the maybe number one country who has over 100 years old businesses or craftsmanship. Kyoto's very small stores, over 150 years, over 390 years of restaurants, and because they keep their family tradition.
And it's it continues to, the job opportunities continue, and the trajectory of making a career exists in that system. So that's super important.